Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Black Desert Online, and I'm going to explain fail stacks and why do you want them. So, what is a fail stack in Black Desert Online lingo? A fail stack is when you fail to enchant something. The various pieces of equipment, armor and weapon have a safe enchant level to them. Armor pieces +5 and the weapon up to +7, and that is also the offhand included, up to +7. However, this is told to you by the game if you pay attention to it when you are enchanting to the various text messages available there. So this info is out there for you. However, every time you fail to enchant past these levels, and this includes accessories do not have a safe enchant level. Every time you fail that enchanting past these levels, you gain a fail stack, and that fail stack increases your chance to successfully enchant again. Alright? You do not lose fail stacks when you are enchanting within the safe levels. Essentially, if I make a fail stack, I fail an enchant, I get a fail stack, but then I enchant an item, let's say a piece of armor, from 0 to +1, that fail stack is not consumed by that safe enchant. Alright? So, let's get on with showing how exactly this works. So, let's get on with it. I have two cheap accessories here, just so I can show this off, right? I have already one fail stack, as you can tell. Right here it says +1. And so, accessories are enhanced in this fashion. Accessories you do not add +1 with various blackstones, you just combine two of the same accessories and it gives you the next enhancement information. The reason you use accessories to create fail stacks, at least to start with, is because accessories have a high failure chance. Right? So, here I go, let's click the enhancement button, let's see if this fails or succeeds. I'm hoping it fails so you can see what is happening. And it failed. That destroyed both of the accessories, so because these are Elisha earrings, they are very cheap, so I basically just lost 50,000 silver there. Not big of a deal. However, my fail stack amount just increased to +2. Right. Alright, so let's go over why do you fail stack and why do people talk about it and all that good stuff. So, essentially every time you go past the safe limit, and as well every time you combine any accessories, you have a chance of failure. +7 for weapons, +5 for armor. Every time you try to go to +6, then +7 on armor and so forth, on weapons +8 and upwards. You have a chance to fail. And this is mitigated by making fail stacks. Now, fail stacks are not typically used when you are going only a couple enchant levels above the first safe ones. However, if you are trying to do this with something like an expensive rings or necklaces and whatnot, then you really want those fail stacks, because there's a high chance these things break. Alright? So, anyways, let's get back to the business with it. Right. So the reason to fail stack is to build them in such a fashion that you have a much higher chance to succeed on that enchant you really want to done. Let's say you have like a Liberto weapon or even a Uria weapon you want to hit +15 on. You are going to spend a lot of money to build up to 20+ fail stacks. And then you are going to try that enchant to see if it succeeds. And how I suggest going about this whole fail stacking thing, like try to get the first number of fail stacks with accessories, because they have such a high chance to fail. Right? and then do the rest with armor stones on your armor pieces, on various pieces of armor. There is a reason you will occasionally find in the marketplace white armor pieces with really high enchant levels on them being on sale, you know? Because people do fail stacks with them. They buy a cheap 3000 silver white armor piece if their armor's already up to plus 15, and then they stack the fail enchants on those. And the reason to do it with armor blackstones is because they are cheaper than weapon blackstones, obviously. So you use the cheaper method. And it can be much cheaper to use accessories for the first, I don't know, plus 3 to maybe plus 5, and then you start already having a little bit of a chance to actually have those accessories succeed on you, which gets rid of the fail stacks. Because there is no safe enchant level on accessories. So you have to be... The accessory thing is a little bit of a gambling, which is why you don't normally go past like 3 all the way up to 5 maybe. 5 is what I feel is the absolute limit so far. And so the main reason to do this is to be able to force a big chance on, well, on a bigger chance, let's say, to succeed on a higher tier enchantment. 14 to 15 on a weapon, 14 to 15 on an armor, so forth. If you were to do those with one blackstone at a time, you would possibly lose money, unless you got really, really lucky. Because you need to then repair the armor pieces to maximum durability. Every time you fail an enchant on a piece of armor or whatnot, you lose durability. If you force the enchant, you lose more durability. So you see where that's heading. It can be cheaper overall to do fail stacks on enchants and then get a succeed without actually, you know, forcing the enchant. When you get to the high tier enchants. Or especially so on weapons and armor pieces which are really difficult to... And, well, not necessarily really difficult, but really, really expensive to repair the, you know, weapon maximum durability, such as, for example, Liberto weapon. Yuria weapon, not that big of a deal yet, but for things like your Liberto weapons or boss drop, world boss dropped armor pieces. Two good examples. And also, if you really, really want to combine two accessories to make a better accessory, you need those fail stacks, because there is already high chance it will fail to begin with. Thank you very, very much for watching, for listening. Hopefully this clarified the fail enchants. If you have any doubts, any questions, whatever, post in the comment section below. I will try and answer them. Thank you very, very much for watching.